In June of 2008, I contracted a very nasty pneumonia. Now I've had HIV/AIDS for 25 years plus, but this was unrelated to AIDS. It was just a common pneumonia, but it was very intense. And through a series of, events, I didn't get to the hospital as fast as I should have. And by the time I got to the emergency room, they put the blood oxygen monitor on my finger, and I was well below 70, which is basically you're dying. And I was in septic shock, sepsis, and my kidneys had failed. And they said, had I not gone in, I probably would have been dead within 12 hours. And so I went in, and they put the monitor on my finger in the intake. And as soon as the nurse noticed that, she immediately, called into the emergency room 2 ICU doctors, 2 specialists, like this, and immediately intubated and, just triage. And it's interesting, in this piece that I'm writing about my experiences and dreams from the coma, I learned the meaning of triage. Basically, there are 3 ways you can go: can die, will die, might live, So they put me in the might live category. The coma was basically medically induced because I was fighting fevers of unknown origin. I had contracted Klebsiella and other pneumonias, and they were just trying to get the infections under control before they began to bring me out. I was on dialysis. And then when I got out, I weighed 105 pounds, and my whole left side was, I couldn't even raise my arm, For about a period of 6 months after I came from the ICU, my hands went through many, many changes. Sometimes they were swollen. Sometimes the joints were in terrible pain. I was very weak. I couldn't make a fist. They'd asked me to make a fist. When I first started occupational therapy, I couldn't do a simple thing like, take a little ball and do this with it, because I couldn't, nothing worked. From June 10th of 2008 till February 13th of 2009, I could not eat or drink anything. And, I began to learn, how much food plays a part in our life, not just because of the sensuousness and the taste and the nutrition, but it's such a social thing. Let's meet for coffee, or let's go to dinner, or, anything like that. And when I had surgery and then finally passed a swallow test, and went out on the 13th, right before Valentine's Day, I went out to one of the 2 or 3 best restaurants in New York. I got the complete prefix meal, bottle of champagne. I think that was the most, that meant to me that I was really done. That was the last thing that held on, was this inability to eat or drink. I would like to thank all the men and women in the ICU who do the work that they do under very difficult conditions and in very high stress situations, to save people's lives, because they saved my life. Had it not been for these amazing doctors I would not be here. So thank you.